All right, this Hangout on Air is live. It's Alicia Stringer here. This is the Millionaire Mindset Hangout right here on 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So meet us each Tuesday at this time. And we're looking to help you improve your mindset to get you to that millionaire side level, just reaching beyond you and ourselves. We're just here to always think beyond, and we have some huge intentions this year. We're so excited of different things you can do. So if you're on this page, if you're on the Google Hangout, wherever you're finding this right now, you are live listening, share with us in the comments somewhere. I know you can find it, of maybe one intention that you might have. If you see a Google document form, to fill that out. Just some really great books and stuff we've got planned. So go ahead and do that right now as we introduce our panel and some more things that we've got going on over there. So let me go to maybe the very next person next to me, Valerie out there, or whoever wants to go next and share where I'm out here in the middle of Tennessee, and just having a beautiful sunny day with you guys.
Okay. All right, great. Welcome everybody. I just want to say quickly today, we are going to be going over the 3 steps to setting very powerful intentions for 2015. And we're going to go through that. And by the way, I'd also say Happy New Year to all of you coming up. This is New Year coming in very, very soon. But before we get into that, I'm going to pass it off over to Keisha, who's going to be talking to us a lot about what has been happening and some very powerful things that we're going to be doing coming up with this Hangout. I was going to pass it over to you, Keisha. Well, no sound, hon. You're muted.
No problem. I had someone coming here. How is everyone? Welcome to our Millionaire Mindset Hangout on the eve of New Year's Eve, and we are super excited. Can you tell? Woo! We have some amazing new changes coming on with our format. If you are new to the Millionaire Mindset Hangout, you may not know all of the powerful and so awesome content that we've been sharing with you all year long. We have had leaders, and if you don't know, let me just share. I'm a mother of 4. We are all mompreneurs, and when we say that, we're entrepreneurs who are building our businesses and branding online, and we came together in an amazing community, and we said, you know what, we want to share value. We want to help people understand that it's not just the techniques, it's not just the strategies, it's not just those to do things that you need to do. It's the personal mindset behind it that's going to help you achieve the success that you want. And that's so important in order to have a millionaire mindset. And that's why we came together, and we've had an amazing year. We have some amazing leaders on. I mean, Chris Record, Lisa Torres Allen, who just gave some powerful insight on a call last night. Ladies, help me out. Who else do we have on?
Lawrence
Tam.
Tracy
Yeah.
Walker. Justin Varengio. Paul Gardner. Denise. Kimberly Denise. I mean, it goes on and on and on. We've got so many powerful people.
And the great thing is, guess what? We have more lined up, which is why we want you out there watching us, to take the survey. Can someone put the survey in the chat? So that if they haven't already,
Paul Cooper.
We want to know who you want to hear from. If you know anything about internet marketing, you may know some leaders. And guess what? If we don't have who you want to hear from on the list, put that person there. We have a spot for you to put that person there as well, because we want you to be more engaged in this, because we're doing this for you. So if we're not giving you what you need or what you think you may need, we know, right? But when you feel and you know that, you know what, this is helping me because I'm getting this information, that's why we're here. So be engaged. Let us know if you're out there. Put it in the chat. You're listening to me now. Let me know some of the leaders that you want. Let us know. And guys, stay tuned, because we have powerful exercise for you as well. I mean, today is really going to set you straight and get you ready for your new year. And I'm going to turn it over to our lovely mompreneur, awesome and amazing Greta.
Woo! Oh, thank you. This has just been such an incredible journey. My name is Greta Campagnolo. I don't have my lower third up yet. I will get it up. My internet's a little slow. I'm just happy to be here that, you know, that it's quick enough for me to actually be on with you guys. And, you know, just the last, and I'm sure you've been doing this as well, you found yourself just really reflecting on this last year and, you know, the goals you set, the goals you met, the goals you didn't meet, and, you know, just kind of how that made you feel and where you're at right now. And it's like this, it's this new opportunity to really just clean the slate, just like start fresh, start from this new place and realize, you know, what you're grateful for today, what you have in your life today, where you were, where you are today, and where you're going. And I'm just, this Hangout has really got me so excited that this Hangout has meant so much for me on a personal level. Being connected with these ladies, being connected with you, with our audience, and being able to help people have these breakthroughs and these mindset shifts has, you know, truly, I mean, that's why we're here. As Keisha was saying, we are here to serve you, to help you have your next breakthrough. And what better time than to start right now with us, right today, you know, 2 days before the new year starts, to really help you get to where you need to be within your mind before you start this next year, 2015. And it's just, you know, I've spent the last few nights, the last week or so, we got together, us ladies got together to really think about how we can help you more this coming year. And I'm super excited, super jacked up, and just happy to be here. Happy to be here with you, and happy that you are here with us. Happy that you made the decision to be here. So, awesome.
Yay!
Before I turn it back over to Valerie, I just want to share that there may be someone else that invited you to this page, because we're not the only ones that share this information. There's other powerful women and men that are sharing this with their teams, with the other women in their lives, and this is just not for women. So if you're watching this, someone else shared this with you, that's because they really truly care about you guys and know that they partner with us so that you can have this information in your life to help you get through to your next level. So with that being said, Valerie or Alicia, I'll turn back over to one of you ladies.
Well, I'm thinking, who wants to talk about the very first, because we have 3 pieces of steps of setting intentions for powerful things to do towards setting intentions for 2015. And who wants to talk to step 1? I'll say what it's called, and then we'll have someone else, one of you guys go for it. The 7-day journal. Who wants to jump out and talk about 7-day journal?
I will, I guess. Oh, go for it, Greta. Go for it, Greta.
Greta. Talk about 7-day journal, Greta. So step 1, 7-day journal.
You know, basically, I said me because I started journaling. I mean, I've been journaling my whole life, but there's been a period of time where I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. Maybe you can relate to that. So this is perfect timing for you right now to be here. You're exactly where you need to be right now. And yeah, so the 7-day journal basically is for you to really take a moment, take a quiet moment, create the space that you need. You know, for me, being a busy mom of 6, basically that happens at the end of our day when the kids are finally have nodded off and they're in dreamland, and I have my few moments to just really reflect on the day that I had and go over everything, whether it's business, personal, everything that happened during the day, and just take note of it and write it all down and reflect on the feelings. I like to really I really like to get into it. Sometimes it's funny because because our focus is so much on being positive, I find myself, you know, there are struggles that I have during the day, and I find myself when I'm reflecting in my journal, I catch myself, you know, when I'm thinking about these things, maybe something that wasn't so fun that happened during the day, and I'm writing it down. It really helps me to see where my mind is. And just in the last couple of days of starting my journaling, before I started, I will admit my mind wasn't where it needed to be. And during my process, it helped me to really start to see every day. It was like I started to write down my feelings and my thoughts and where I was at, and I really realized during those moments what I needed to change right away. And that's what it's going to do for you. You'll be able to start reflecting on your feelings, your thoughts, the things that are happening, the things you're doing, not doing, and what you need to do to change, where you need to change things, where you need to shift things, where you need to add things, and so on. So it's really helped very quickly. You know, you don't have to wait till the 7th day to figure out what you need to change. You'll start to see, you know what? I want to do better tomorrow. I'm going to do better tomorrow because today wasn't quite where I need to be. And, you know, it's easy to just kind of ignore it, but once you start writing it down, it really starts to sink in. It really starts to make you realize where you need to be. So I highly encourage you to do that.
And that includes, Greta, for clarity, that includes for folks as well. If you've already got a business that you're working, if you're not, by the way, if you don't have a business that you haven't, click the link below, connect with us with you know, all the leaders. This is the system that we use. But we always talk about income producing activities towards our goals. And one of the things that you do in that 7-day journal, that it's also writing down what did you actually do that day for your business. If you already have a business, what did you already do that day for it, towards it? As that's part of it as well, right?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, so it's business and it's, you know, your home life, you know, relationships, whatever it is, and then you really see where your attention and where your focus needs to be. So yes, Valerie, exactly.
Cool.
Everybody thinks having a to-do list and writing things down to accomplish is so powerful.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. And Alicia, you're powerful at what you get done in a day. So you'd be writing a long list.
Yeah, I had to say that.
For anybody that knows Alicia, you know what she accomplished today, it'd be like, holy moly.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
You're amazing, Alicia. You're amazing. All right. Okay.
Truthfully, I really think Alicia has like this motor in her or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You are so power and focused. She's so focused, and she inspires me.
I think that is powerful when you're sharing, like, on your wall what you did today, going, yeah, I finished 402 blog posts, and I did 30-plus videos. I don't even remember how many because I just did them.
Don't let that overwhelm you. Guys, just don't let that overwhelm you. If you made one blog post, give yourself credit, okay? It's an achievement. No comparisons here. No comparisons here. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, we're now the step 3. I'm just gonna we're gonna throw. We'll get to it in a little bit because we're also doing something else that the ladies are going to talk about. That's actually, it's more when you go into our when you look down below in our chat, there's Alicia has put a link in there. Let me take this out. Can you hear me better now? I'm wondering who it is. I'm hearing kind of a staticky sound. Yeah. I'm not sure who it's from. Okay. There is a link there that Alicia put in for survey, for clarity, for a survey to go in there, and you'll be able to talk. You'll be able to give us your input on a lot of the things that you want to see coming from us. So when we get into the last piece, we'll talk about that other part of what's in that survey there as well. We already talked about the leaders and who else you would love us to bring out and anything else in there. Now, in the middle here, I'm going to talk about a process, and we've talked about it a little bit in some of our prior Hangouts, but I'm going to lay it out like real clear here. So we got the 7-day journal you do every 7 days. It just sort of like opens you up to what you're doing and what's going on inside of you. And that's actually a perfect segue, thank you, Greta, into what I'm going to talk about here. And a lot of this, by the way, just so you know, referencing, I got this from Michael Bernard Beckwith, and he was talking recently about, and this is all about, you know, how to really have success in the big way and what really matters in life in all ways in our lives. And he's sort of breaking things down into 2 categories. One is mindful, heartful, and wonderful. And one of the things we want to get into here, and this is very powerful when it comes to the journal, is to understand something. Because we, like, you know, a lot of people can understand this. We have a body, but we're not our body. We are essence. We are someone inside this body, right? And we take care of our body, and we, you know, we hydrate it, and we feed it, and we exercise it, and we relax it, let it sleep, all that stuff. But we are also not our minds, and a lot of people don't realize this. We are not our minds. Now think about this for a second. Have you ever had a thought that crosses your mind, and you're like, where the, you know, we have the ability to actually question our own thoughts. We are separate. We have this awareness of who it is that it's us. It's very little esoteric here, but it's a powerful thing, because I had a huge aha moment when I realized this, is because there's a lot of there's awareness, there's the essence of comes of who we really are, which is, you know, this brilliance, this light, this love, this wisdom. You want to call it the universe, you want to call it God, you want to call it spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it. Okay, everybody has their own names or whatever they want to call it. And then we have this separate thing, which is there is actually, like, all the thoughts of humanity. There's like a humanity consciousness out there. And all of the negativity and the lack, the limitation, the feeling of not enoughness, feeling like I can't do it, or anger, all that stuff, all that negative stuff, it's not who we really are. Stuff that we have gotten, whether it's from what we grew up with or we saw on TV, but it's out there floating around, and we attach ourselves. Thoughts will cross our minds, but they're not necessarily who we are, and we don't have to claim them as our thoughts. So whenever you have a thought, there's a thought that goes through that says, I can't do this, or I'm scared, or, you know, somehow berating yourself or berating somebody else or whatever. All of that is not connected to reality of who you really are. And the way you know the difference, a lot of that is going to involve what we're going to talk to you about in the last step here, okay? But you'll be able to get a sense inside of yourself, because when there's a thought and you have I don't know how to put it, like a yuck feeling when you think that thought, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, it ain't you, not the real you. It is you tapping into all that other stuff. And so if as you're journaling and you're going through your journals there and you start to see thoughts coming up, some kind of and you're getting like a feeling inside, that's an opportunity right there in the moment as you're journaling, even to stop it and go, hey, where did that come from? You know, or you don't even need to know where that is. It's just, you can just say, that's not me. You can choose. We have the ability to choose, to be the master of our minds, and choose not to buy into that thought, and not to go down that spiral thing, right? Anything of a negativity, we have the choice to just go, okay? And the more we do it, the more we'll be able to become more aware of it in the moment. The more we do this practice, even becoming aware of the fact that you got thoughts that you don't have to latch onto. Because oftentimes when we don't reach our goals in our lives, it's because we're digging into all these other thoughts that we don't need to believe in. We can choose to believe something else, something much more powerful. And the next step I'm going to get into here, and it's called Heartful. And because there's a lot of stuff I'm going to recommend for achieving your goals in 2015. We've all talked about this, but stay away from the news. Just do it. Just stay. If something really big is happening, you're going to find out about it. But you don't need to dig yourself into it, because that's part of what that negativity and all that. Because there's always another way to look at something. Okay, and to really have a place of having an understanding for a lack of understanding. It's a compassionate place, so that as you're and this goes out in two ways. As you're thinking about other people, if you find yourself in judgment of other people, to be looking for the place to have an understanding that they are just in a place of lack of understanding. It's a way to have compassion. Even the folks that are doing things that may not be so helpful or kind to others, one of the most powerful things that we can do is to be digging in and sending energy towards what is really who they really are. And when you apply this inside, you kind of have to do this first inside, so that when you find if you've discovered through your journaling, or just even when you think about something, that you may have made a mistake. Maybe you bought into all those thoughts that were floating through, and even right now as we're talking, you probably had an idea going, wow, I bought into that, and that was not the best thing in the world for me to do, right? Okay, you made a mistake. You bought into something negative, right? But at that moment, the worst thing you can do is to go into like berating yourself on it. Instead, to have some compassion for yourself, to have understanding for your lack of understanding in that moment, right? And the more you can have compassion for yourself for every mistake that you've made, then you open up the space for the more positive to come in. You open up that space, and it takes practice. This is, something that the more you do it, like a bicycle, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. To start having real compassion for yourself and having patience with yourself, saying, okay, I made a mistake, right? I mean, how would you, I was just saying, how would you want for your friends? Would you want somebody to be like, yelling at you every single time you made a mistake? No, you want to be your own best friend. As my dear friend Sarita, love you so much, would say, be your own best friend. And when you discover that you've made a mistake, have compassion, have understanding for your lack of understanding in the moment. Let it go. And let it go. Let go of whatever's happened in the past. Let go of what happened even 5 seconds ago. Let it go, because berating over it does not help. Let it go, have that compassion, which then also opens up that space for you to have the same compassion for someone else who's made mistakes. Because it's huge. Because the real way to reach people is to dig in to who they really powerfully are. And which leads to the next part, which is wonderful, and seeing and knowing that yourself, the real true you, having an awareness of that, opening up to a bigger awareness that the entire world, every single person is also wonderful. We each have a unique gift. Anybody watching this, you have a unique gift. Something very unique and yours to bring to the world. But so does everybody else. So when you get that about yourself, and you can see that about everybody else, and you can have this wonder, you can even have appreciation of nature, everything else, which leads to gratitude in your life. This energy is very, very powerful space to be in. And again, the third step is going to help you to literally latch into a lot of what I just talked about. Okay? So I want to have these mental concepts in mind to sort of set up the stage for this. And I'll do a little exercise to kind of get us into that space. And it's something that you can use as well. But one of the things to do as you're journaling is when you remind yourself of these things, and get out a piece of paper and then just write out, if money were no object, right? If time and money were no object, what would you want? What would you want? And just let it flow, blow like a child, and just let it out. All the different things, everything from little fun stuff to just whatever. And just let it go. Write it. If you can handwrite it with a pen, you get better results. It's just something that happens neurologically and everything else with your subconscious, all that. They say if you can handwrite it, your results will be better than if you're typing it out. So, and then you take a look at that list, and you go, okay, what are the 12 things that are most important to me? And they don't have to be 12. It could be 5. It could be 3. Just what jumps out at you, your life, trusting your life. And with those, that can lead you into, can help you really lead you into what the goals are for 2015, right? Just throwing out there, what are the ones that are most important I would really like to achieve? And this is a key piece thing. You take those and you put them on, someone who was Edwin Gage recommended, you put it on 3x5 sheets. You just put them down on these little 3x5 cards, or put them down somewhere. You can have them in a variety of places, like maybe in the bathroom, the mirror, maybe on the dashboard if you're driving in your car, put it up on your fridge, a few different places so that you can see it. It's in your awareness. And someone else recently recommended, Gabrielle, I'll give you a shout out, but to actually read these out, read them out loud to yourself if you can put them on your cell phone, and you can actually listen to it a few times a day. Can you hear what these things are? And as you are, and this is a key part, is to imagine as if you've already achieved it. What does it feel like? Okay, so I have the blah, 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 whatever it is, right? Feel what it would feel like, as if, like, play the game as if you're a little child, and you're going, okay, I'm here, and this is what it feels like. So you're experiencing it in the present moment, all right? And we do that to go back into that at least a couple times a day. If you can do it in the morning and at night, that's great. If you have it around to remind you, that's even better, right? The more it's around you. And then, and this is a key point, this is what a lot of people miss out on, and that is to open up and allow for your intuition to come to you about what steps to take next towards that goal. You don't even need to know how to get there when you come up with it, right? The goal, and as soon as you get that inspiration, you even have like a little booklet come around, you get an idea. Oh, I can do this. If it's something you can take action on right away, take action on it right away. But if as you get ideas of what to do, you just follow them. And that applies even within our system. Those of you that are already in our system, because we have a step-by-step process, there'll be even a little inspiration even within that, right? Okay, I'm gonna post this, whatever it is that you're gonna do, of exactly what it is. Oh, it would be great if I talked about this. Any, ideas. You get all these ideas when you open yourself up to your intuition and trust your life that whatever, and it could be talking to a person, it could be going somewhere, it may not make any sense, or how or why that would be important, but it does. I'm going to throw out something that we talked about in a prior, I think we talked about this in a prior Hangout, but I want to throw it out there, is that, and this is sort of a thing to say for 2015, of all the money that comes from sources, from whatever sources, to set the intention that as soon as you receive that money, you say, who's been serving me spiritually? Who's been serving me spiritually? Like, where have I gone? Maybe a friend said something wonderful to you, or maybe, it was a book or whatever. It could be, it doesn't always have to be like, a nonprofit. It could be just where was something recently just touched your life. And then give 10% of whatever that came to that person. It could be like an unexpected gift, saying, you've inspired me so much and I just want to give to you. And if you make that intention for 2015, that you take 10% of whatever comes in, and you quote unquote tithe it, and I'm not talking necessarily, it could be to a church, it could not be to a church or whatever, or it could be to a person, it could be to a book author, it could be to something, anywhere that in your heart you will know this. That will also open up your abundance, because just having the awareness that all of this, every thought and everything that you come up with your intentions, you wouldn't come up with it. It wouldn't even cross your mind if it wasn't something that's already yours and possible for you. And it's in the essence of reality. It's out there in the invisible, and our job is to allow it to come into the manifest, right? Which is then opening yourself up to take the actions of what to do, and constantly taking the energy there of experiencing it and feeling the gratitude of it. It's so cool, I'm here and I got this, right? I know that's a lot, but it's sort of the process of what we're going to do here. And I want to, from that, I want to lead into whoever wants to talk about what we're going to do with books and our last step with the 30-30-30, and then I'll lead off with a very short exercise at the very end with that. If that does that make sense, or does anybody have any questions? I don't know if anybody's got. Because I kind of like downloaded a lot from a lot of our prior Hangouts and bits and pieces to put it together here in one big piece here in shorthand. So I don't know, do you guys have any questions or anything of what I just said, or?
Yeah, that was powerful in a way that you're always looking at how you receive things to how you're giving things. And I think it's very important for us to always reach for that balance that we want to seek in receiving and giving. So I think more so we always have to think, how can you give more, because you know that it always comes back. And I think that's real hard at first, especially when if you're at, like the nothing stage, you're like, well, I have nothing to give, or I have nothing available or something. It's really hard to step out. to give more, to know that you're going to receive something that you didn't realize or something. So it's kind of having that balance is very important. And understanding that the fact that we want to always get those ideas that you talked about, Valerie, from books that we read. And you know what? I just get so tired at night when I'm reading, and I just engulf myself in the story and stuff that I forget to go and write down some stuff that, oh, that's how that related to me. And then when I go back and read it again, I can't remember what that first story was that I related to. So I definitely need to go back and do that more. But I think we're excited to start off, are we doing this month, The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. I did a few videos through my challenge with this book. I've got to go back and do some more. It's very powerful insights on the characters of ordinary and the dream giver and nobodies and anybody's and how they position themselves and the way they are and how they act. And so it's really, really enlightening to be an ordinary person and go through it. So I'm excited. I think we're going to do that. We're going to line up some guests and do it once a month. So that will be our January month. So go ahead and find that in your local library, Amazon, your favorite bookstore, wherever you like to get your books.
Can you repeat the name of the book again, Alicia?
The Dream Giver.
The Dream Giver. The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. The Dream Giver by. So, folks, we're going to be doing something with that book. So hop off. That's what we're going to do, and that's where I want to lead into. Do you guys want to talk? Who wants to talk about the 30-30-30? Greta, Alicia, Greta, do you want to talk about it?
Where's Keisha is on here?
I know Keisha hopped off. Hopefully she'll come back. Maybe she had an internet cutout.
Yeah, there was something that came up when after I'm not sure because I fell off a little bit. I don't know if you noticed, but I dropped off the Hangout for a bit and I came back on with my phone, and then I just didn't want to give up. So I'm here again. So I'm glad I was able to hop back on again. I missed some of what you said, Valerie, although I know it was extremely powerful, and those of you watching feel that way as well. And if you didn't take notes, you're probably going to want to listen to and watch the recording again and take notes. Yeah, so one of the things that keeps kind of running through my mind is, you know, especially, I think I touched on it a little bit when I spoke before, just how important it is to realize, you know, maybe as you're sitting here watching or hearing stories, or, you know, maybe you're watching other leaders as well and seeing where they are and watching their success. And sometimes when we're not quite where we want to be yet, we tend to be hard on ourselves and we get a little bit discouraged and by other people's successes. Not that we're not happy for them, but we just wish that we were a little further along than where we've found ourselves. And one of the things that I think is really important, whether you're just getting started or in your business, maybe you're in the same business that we are in, or you don't know what this business is, and if you don't, all you need to do is click that link below and it will take you to the same business that we use and the same system that we use. But I just wanted to really stress the importance of being comfortable and confident in who you are today, right now, in this moment. And in helping you get to that place, because maybe just saying that isn't enough for you, but to realize that maybe in taking this time, as I said, to take the time to self-reflect on this past year, and maybe to really think about where you were, and think about where you were at the beginning of 2014, where you were like a little bit halfway through, like the things that kind of came into your life, and really think about the things that happened that kind of came to the surface, maybe opportunities that came your way that you decided to take action on, maybe things that have come into your life, resources that you have, because I know you have more than you did at the beginning of 2014. And those resources are resources that you can share with others others, and that adds value to who you are and what you can offer to the marketplace and to the people that you want to reach out to and impact. I have a little one that just snuck in my office here, so, and he's leaving me. So I just want to make sure that I make that really important, that you walk away feeling good enough, feeling like you are exactly where you need to be, and you are exactly who you are right now, and who you need to be to take yourself to the next level. And so if you've been feeling discouraged or feeling like giving up or whatever, take the time, take the time that you need to really allow yourself to just think about the accomplishments that you have made, and think about where you're headed. Think about, if I did these things, if I could accomplish these things, think about what is possible, because anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself and you surround yourself with others who believe in you too. Don't make the mistake of sharing your intentions and your desires with people who don't support you. I think sometimes we fall into that trap of, like, you know, maybe even your parents or your family members, where we have this, like, desire sometimes to want people to feel proud of us, or want people to value who we are, the people that we love in our lives. And sometimes, you know, you just need to not do that because they can hinder our growth, and it's okay. They'll come around eventually when, you know, you're making your millions and have this life that you have created, and you'll just eventually you'll be at this place where it won't matter anymore, and what matters is how you feel inside and what your accomplishments have made you feel. So I just really felt like I needed to share that. Like, somebody needed to hear that today, because it's that time of the year. It's just that time of the year. So.
Absolutely, and that's so true, Greta. I'm going to take it even further. For those of you, because there might be someone watching this right now that they didn't do anything that they wanted to do towards any of their goals, and they feel like they're at a big fat zero. Okay, and there might be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it might be true, but this is what I want to say to you. Okay, is that whatever your current circumstances are, they are not a reflection of what your future is. All they are a reflection of is your past thinking.
Yeah.
Which takes me back to, I don't know if you've heard what it was, Greta, that I was talking about, but is that what you've done is, it's not because you're not capable, it's not because you don't have a wonderful, incredible gift to give to the world, or because it's not possible, right? It's just a reflection of what's happened from your past thinking. And it's not even your thinking. You buying into negative thought forms that we were talking about. You buying into those negative thought forms, which in turn affected the energy that you place out there into the universe, and affected the actions that you take. So it affected what you're attracting to you. It affected your ability, not even attract, to allow your own actual abundance to just show up. It affected it, because it pushed it away. It didn't, and rather than just allowing it to show up, it pushed it away. And even when you look at yourself and you go, wow, I did that, I bought into all kinds of negative thoughts and beliefs about myself. I bought into all of that, even though it wasn't mine, and I did that. I want to, at this point, to say, it doesn't matter. All that matters is right here and right now. And the very fact that you're even aware of that, that's incredible. That's so cool, right? You take from where you are right now, for any mistake, whether it was a lot or even little ones, even 5 seconds ago or whatever, and you just let it go, to have that compassion, to have that understanding for your lack of understanding in that moment, and let it go. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely irrelevant for your happiness and for your family's happiness, and to live the life that you want, and everything that you want to have for yourself and your family and your friends and everybody you care about. It's absolutely irrelevant what happened in the past. All that matters is what's happening right here, right now, inside yourself. And you can choose to separate from the negative and realize and see the beauty of who you are within. And I'm going to do a quick exercise at the end to help us with that, so you can really kind of leave this feeling, you know, embraced inside of yourself. So I want to talk, Greta, do you want to talk about the 30-30-30 exercise, or Alicia, do you want to talk about the 30-30-30 exercise?
Sorry, yeah, I can do that.
Okay, Alicia, I'm going to put it on to you because Greta's kind of, yeah.
Got a little one in her lap like
My
I
little
do.
one is next to me. Hi, Ilaria.
My little girl, Haley. 30, 30, 30. Who does not know about 30, 30, 30? This is like classic. I remember I think I did learn it from Paulo back when he shared a speech, and I probably knew it before that, listening to the Think and Grow Rich call, because they actually also practice this. So some people look at 30, 30, 30 in several different ways. Either way, no matter which way you've looked at it, they all work. And it becomes a habit. In fact, I'm part of a group where we're trying to make new habits, and you do something for 21 days, and it becomes a habit. That's why we're doing, like, there's a blog challenge, do it blogging for 21 days, right? Make it a habit to blog every day. So this 30-30-30 is a way to create new habits. And so when you're thinking of new intentions for the new year, you have to think of what new habits do you really want to bring into your life, and which ones do you want to overcome to make yourself a better you, right? Your new habits of not biting your nails, or, you know, just habits that have formed that you didn't realize sometimes. So 30-30-30 is 30 days. You're going to go for 30. You're going to read for 30 days, and when you read, you need to make sure that you're reading for a solid 30 minutes. And you can do this. I do this every morning with the Think and Grow Rich call. They read, and I sit there and open up my book with them and read along as they're reading out loud. And there's so many different ways you can read audio books, and then you listen for 30 minutes. And that's when you can listen to the mastermind portion of the Think and Grow Rich call is very good. But you're also 30 days, and you're listening to different audios, and you do it for 30 days. So 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of audios, and for 30 days is the classic 30-30-30. So some people do it in different ways, where they do the 30 minutes of also meditating. And when you use that 30 minutes to meditate, you're also kind of thinking about what you just read, maybe something positive, and you really focus on that meditation side. So that 30 minutes can be so powerful in different ways that you use your time valuable. So share with you guys, if you do 30 minutes, how you use the 30-30-30 method in your day, and have you add this to your habit. And so many people have such the struggle of just reading because they haven't applied reading into their daily life, that just getting that one step going will help them accomplish maybe that 30 minutes of listening to audio or meditating, and to be able to do it for 30 days. So I think the reading part is so powerful that you can apply it in different ways, and you need to be a well-rounded whole center. And I asked her, going, have you read today? Have we read a little story today? And it's so important for those kids too to be able to read as they're learning as well. So use it on your children, no matter how young they are. Read to them for 30 minutes a day, and it will become powerful too. Writing our list down. Did I mute somebody out?
No, I love that. I love that. I love that. Especially reading to your kids. But you know, for us, for the adults, we're not talking about like reading a magazine. We're talking about reading very positive mindset books, which leads in. Keisha, are you there? We got you back there. Can you come out, or I don't know if you can hear, but which leads to, like, for example, our book club. So we have we're gonna recommend a book a month every month that we're gonna be going through, and if you click on that link that in our chat, there is a survey in there. We've listed a whole bunch of books and we want you to go through and pick out the ones that are your faves or ones you'd love for us to cover in the book club, but it's also going to give you an idea of some powerful books to read. A lot of them are ones that were recommended by, you know, a lot of our $1 million guests, $1 million earner guests that have been on here, our powerful leaders. We got a lot of them from them, and we're also always open to, if you got a good one you want to recommend, you know, put it in our chat. Put it in our chat and go in and fill out that form as well, because those are the kind of books. That's what we're talking about reading. That's what you want to feel inside of you. Okay. And when we say audio, we're not talking about listening to music. We're talking about listening to positive audios. And by the way, a lot of those books, you can find them on audio as well. If listening to them is easier for you, you know, busy mamas sometimes, that's some of the best way to do it. Just recommending that. I don't know if Keisha, are you available to come out, or oh, she's there, but no sound yet. Okay. So, the other thing I saw, Greta, what you were reminding me about when you were saying about not talking to maybe certain people in your family or close people in your family about your goals and, you know, your intentions that you set for 2015, because they may have given up on their own dreams and therefore find it hard for them to support yours. But we have a community below. You click the link below and you connect with us in our community. That's a safe place. That's where we all lift you up and go yes and support you and hold you accountable to them and saying yes, you can do this, and don't allow you to believe that you can't. So that, you know, we support and saying we know that you can do this. So again, just another resource that we have when you connect up with us below. We're able to hook you up into our community as well, which is just very, very powerful to have that space of people that really get you. I'm like so appreciative of these ladies here that I met as a result of doing that same thing. I was watching something and somebody said, here, there's this thing, click on it and you can connect up. I did, and because of that, that's how I know all these ladies here that have become some of the most powerful people in my life, that I don't know how to put words to it. So I am going to now, unless anybody has any questions, I was going to take us through, because we're getting close to the end here, and I want to take us through a short exercise. And I was just thinking, I don't know, what do you think? We did this before, but it might be a powerful thing to also end off the year. Greta, what do you think about doing having me read the manifestation oath again? Because once you have these, it's really a lot about mindset and stuff. What do you think? Can't hear you, hon. Whoop! Can't hear you. Oh, no sound. Greta? No sound. Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down, manifestation oath. Okay. All right, I'm going to read the manifestation oath, and so it'll be something that you may want to replay, listen to it. If I can find a digital way to get it to you, I will. And then I will do a short exercise to lead us off, because once you have your list, once you've done all the things that we talked about here, and you have your little things in your cards, and you know what it is that you're going for, then it's all about manifestation. And it's all about opening yourself up to your intuition to take the action that you need to take. And it's really 90% what's going on inside of you, which is where the 30-30-30 is absolutely crucial to keep that going and adding this in. So hang on, I'm just going to go grab it.
Powerful to write lists, lots of lists.
Here we go.
This year. Let's hear it. Sorry about the cost.
You guys ready for this? I'm going to... Oh, Greta, you talking? You want to say something? I can't hear you, hon. Want to hear you, no sound. What's going on? We need you. We need sound. Yeah, figure out a way to get it, because for the exercise it'll be good, because we'll need your sound in on that. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm going to read this, and interrupt me at any point if you've got sound. Go, I'm in. Okay. The Oath of Manifestation. I'm going to read this here. So it's like, I got it here. So I got this again. I got this from Michael Bernard Beckwith. I picked it up at Agape. All right. This oath is done every day with a partner, spoken out loud. Or if you don't have a partner, you just speak it out loud. Spoken out loud with tremendous feeling and emphasis. So you speak it out loud, and it's like, do it like strong from your life, okay? It can be said many times throughout the day, and this is a cool thing. It can be recorded and listened to on your smartphone, so I recommend doing that. And you can hear yourself and even say it to yourself. So if that's, you know, you can hear it and play it around your kids. I know someone that plays this around her kids, you know, it's just kind of a fun thing, and the kids even get to know it. All right. I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. I'm actually going to repeat that one. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. And I'm going to read what's on the back as well. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have and grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what appearances are. I'm going to say that one again. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. Now this, you can say love is all there is. God is all there is. I let the love times roll. And so it is. If you believe in God, you say God. If it helps you to say love, you say love. Whatever opens you up there. And that's the oath of manifestation. I'm going to see if I'll get it copied, maybe put it in the chat. And I just want to, ladies, if you have anything else anybody wants to say, and then I've got like a really, really short exercise just to leave everybody with a powerful energy inside. Anybody, Keisha? Can we have sound yet? I see you, hon. I don't know if we have sound.
I can only...
Oh, now we got you back. All right.
I'm back, but I'm limited. I can't see you guys. I only see images. It looks like Greta popped off, but I did catch a little bit of what you were saying. Somehow I was able to hear you guys watching from our, site.
Okay. Well, do you have any comments before I go into the very, very short exercise at the end, and then we'll sign everybody off for 2014?
Mama.
Everybody good? Greta, do we have sound from you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. All right. Okay. Good. We can hear you. Yes. Rock and roll. Okay. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Now, if I do this, I've actually done this live.
Yes, Mama.
Where I actually went to the Agape Center, and they had us split into two people. Like you sit next to someone, and you actually say this to the other person while they're saying it to you. So we're going to do the online version of this, which is I'm going to say something, and I'm going to be and then I want you guys to repeat it as if you're saying it to each other here. And for those of you watching, if you have someone in the room, if there's two people in the room, you can say it to each other. Okay? Or you can say it to all of us here and know that we are all saying it back to you at the same time. So you're receiving this as you're giving it. And if it helps, maybe think of someone in particular, like us, we're going to be saying, I'm going to be talking to these ladies. This is how I feel about them. And if it helps you to think about someone that's in your life, if you're just saying it to them right now, it's important to have that energy, that you're sending that energy to that person while receiving it back from all of us. Okay? I know that's a lot of a mouthful, but it's just the intention as you're doing it. All right, so I'm going to say something, and then with your heart, with your soul, with everything you've got, give it back. All right, you represent the entire universe.
You represent the entire universe.
You represent the entire cosmos.
You represent the entire cosmos.
All of the love is within you.
All the love is
within you.
All of the peace is within you.
all of the peace is within
All
you.
of the peace is within you.
All of the joy is within you.
All of the joy
All
is
of
within
the joy is within you.
All of the infinite intelligence is in you.
all of the infinite intelligence is within you.
All of the unlimited power is in you.
All of the unlimited power
is within you.
Extraordinary abundance is within you.
extraordinary
abundance is within you.
Divine peace is within you.
Divine peace is within you.
in you.
You are beauty itself.
You are beauty itself.
You are love itself.
You are
You
love.
are
You are joy itself.
You are joy.
joy itself.
And we want you to express yourself.
And we want you to
Want you to express yourself.
That the world will be better because you passed through.
and the
The
world
world
will
will be better because you passed through.
Let's do this.
Let's do this!
In the here and now.
in the here and now.
Together.
Together!
And so, and so it is.
And so it is.
And you feel that energy shift. You have literally brought everything to you. You literally, at this moment, been doing that in the practice, but it's like it's coming in, coming in. So with that, happy New Year, everybody. Connect with us, connect with our community, for goodness sake. It's time. If you're here still, that means you know. If you're not already connected, click that button below. Get connected with us. Try out what we got going on here, and come back, and we will see you all next week, next year.
Yay! Happy New Year! Happy New Year!